Hello, welcome to a new episode of Planet Everything Radio. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Chris Blakk here. It's been a little while, but things are good. Things are really good, you know. Just chilling and feeling good. I don't know, man. I'm just cooling out, you know. Big shout out to Conway the Machine for this new album out. I'm listening to Forever Dropping Tears. Forgive me for that. My eyes. But I've been listening to the whole album, so you know that shit is really fucking hard as I love that shit. Like, I've been waiting for so long. That real ass hip hop, not that fucking commercial ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think we could talk about it. But anyway, I just wanted to you know say that I'm glad to have finally stopped eating animals. I messed up a little, but I don't feel weird. I don't feel crazy about it. Like, you know, like any diet or anything you do like that, where you gotta quit something, you feel like all crazy, like, oh my god, I can't do it, and you go back. Well, I don't feel that at all. And it's pretty good too, because I am I'm feeling the difference. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the difference in, for one thing, it's actually been longer, probably since I stopped eating dairy and bread. Now, here's something. I'm going to tell you something. How much bread and how much dairy and how much meat do people eat, right? It seems like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I used to. But, I decided, because it is kind of crazy, you know, that feeling is there, that like, oh my god, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. The one thing that I'm not gonna stop, I quit pasta, rice, well, rice maybe not, but not cooking it the same way, not oily, or not oily, not that I cooked it oily. I mean, like, not cooking it with like a little bit of fattiness to it, a little, you know. Things are gonna be different, you know, for me, the way I eat. But I stopped eating rice, stopped eating pasta, stopped eating eggs, I stopped eating dairy, I stopped eating all this stuff. But and that's the thing. Like, when I make pizza, it's not like, I don't know. It's different. You know what I mean? It's just different. And once in a while, you know. And it's all, like I said, once in a while. It's not like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Every day. But I decided to take on this rice junction. I say junction because we're going into something so new, and I've heard about it, I've tried it a little bit, I failed at it. But what you do is you boil rice, right? But you kind of boil it when there is like a lot of water, and you start to see it get like gloopy, and you know, you're not making rice to serve to the public. You're making rice because it's going to turn into a big loop, and you're just going to grab it and you're going to form it. And what you're going to do with it first, though, is you're going to do the same thing with beans, or you're just going to get beans just to try it. Like right now, I'm going to use beans from a can, okay? And it's already cooked and stuff, I think. Or, no, I think something you have to cook. You put the recado in it. So I'm going to use something called raketo, however you want to say it. It's pronounced that way, but it's spelt recado, but it's pronounced recado. But I'm going to put that in the burger. So I'm going to make black beans, and then I'm going to just mush the hell out of it, mix it up. Put probably za'atar. That man, I know this is crazy, but I really am getting away from everything that fucked me up before. So Like, I'm probably not going to use too much salt. Maybe a little pink Himalayan salt, a pinch. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I used to, man, kind of overdo it with the spices. So I've been learning to do light and just eat it, like, change. You got to change. It's hard to change, but you got to do it sometimes, In life, it'll lead to good things. So, hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'm not fucking doing this vegan shit just because I think it's cool, okay? You can get that out of your head right now. I'm vegan. No, I don't fucking, are you kidding me? You think it's not killing me? Like, you know how badly I'm like, in my mind, sourdough, bacon, cheeseburger, a big, large cherry Coke. But it's funny. It's like I say that, but it's not bothering me like I thought it would be. It is, but it's not as bad. So I'm okay. Coffee. I was a huge like when you go to 7-Eleven, who's the guy there getting all the creamers? Oh, did you guys see that shit on the news or whatever? Fucking 7-Eleven jerk owner called the cops on a girl because she took a few extra creamers and put it in her purse. You fucking kidding me? Man, let me tell you something. I don't want to get into anything just yet about racism. But holy shit, man, this has got to stop. I'm going to turn into fucking the Hulk and ain't nobody going to stop me. Not the army, not the Navy, not the fucking cops. So you better watch the fuck out. Cut it out with this racist shit, please. Enough with the pandemic and the fucking masks and the getting sick and people dying. It's a murder. It's a murder thing, I don't want to get into it right now. But anyway, so I thought that was funny because I was talking about 7-Eleven. So yeah, man, I'm also, if you're, I don't want to encourage the wrong thing, but if this helps a little, I don't know if it helps. Maybe it might not. But me, even if I was out and I got something that I probably wasn't supposed to have in the public, the truth is, I'm not going to ever see that fucking kind of meal for another 90 days. So for me, it's probably, I guess the reason why I'm saying is because, traveling and eating, when you are not really like in the budget of spending high-cost foods. And sorry to burst everybody's bubble, but your mind is sometimes set to like look for these places, a pizza place, if you're in California, a taco place, something like that, something. I want to say tacos are definitely not against my diet. I just can't have the cream and shit or the cheese. Hey, wait a minute! What am I talking about? I'm pretty sure there's something out there in tacos, or something like that where it's just vegetable. I'm pretty sure, right? I hope I'm not sounding like a crazy person, but yeah. So, I cheat on the vegan thing because it's hard, but eventually I'll be not eating any dairy. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Eggs, it totally messes me up, but I stopped eggs. Listen, since I was a little kid, I would have coffee and an egg sandwich. So, that's hard. That shit is hard. Are you kidding me? Eggs is easy. They say, eggs not going to hurt you. I know it doesn't hurt a lot of people, but it hurts the shit out of me for a long time. And what's so crazy that I loved it so much and I liked it. And I liked the taste of it and I like to eat it. And I have to have it here, have it there. Then start cooking with it. Then you start putting in everything. Then holy crap, you got eggs all over the place. Alright. Enough of that. sometimes if listen, the truth is, I have no friggin' clue about the vegan world, okay? Vegetables. I was talking about making a before with the beans and the rice. I was trying to say about making a veggie burger, frying it crisp. Tastes so good. I can't. I was gonna say you put mayonnaise, but nothing. I mean, you got to try to learn to eat. I think there's a certain cream out there, a certain kind of something that's creamy that's not from animals. Anyway, listen, I know that's the thing is like I think they're opening a new. Let me see if I can get this right. Is it Gardenia Silver Lake? Silver Lake. They're opening a new vegan restaurant. I saw it on IG, I think, or something like that. But yeah, man. So a lot of things, I deleted my Facebook. It's just atrocious. It's ridiculous. I'm glad I feel so good. I feel so different. I feel so much more healthy. I lost a tiny bit of weight, but you know what? I'm keeping going. Keep going. We gotta keep going. We gotta, the workout is coming. It's not there yet. I jumped around on my bed, and then I was like, oh, my knee. My girl was like, you're not allowed to jump around anymore. You're not young. I was like, how dare you? ... I can't walk. My knee hurts. So, yeah, I got to be careful. You know what I mean? I got to be careful. I got to do things slow. I got to try. I got to get myself back to where I was. Where my significant other will not dare say that again when I am looking Buffetterono, okay? So, big shout out to the dead. Big shout out to my dad. Big shout out to my dad, my grannies, both my grandmas, my granny and my grandma, my uncle, Biggie Smalls, Whitney Houston, Marilyn Monroe. A lot of people out there. A lot of loved ones that we love. We love them. I just love them so much. It is still Libra season. Getting ready to go into, is it Sagittarius? What's next? Well, again. Oh no, Taurus. Is it Taurus? I forget. I should be ashamed of myself. But, yeah, man, this is a good time. The Libra season really got me this time around, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Every time Libra season comes around, you're supposed to have been already starting your change. There's a change in life, And we do these little changes, or we do revamping, or we tie up the loose ends, like, I don't know what it is. It's really strange, but when I was a kid, all the adults, or maybe, the middle age, or not middle age, or maybe younger people but they're adults, they'd be like, oh, we got to start working out. Christmas is coming. An old American mindset of, doing things like that. That's okay. It's not nothing bad, but we want to be able to stay this way. People get really fucking ripped for Christmas so they can eat what they want. I don't know. Whatever. But, when I see signs, when I see things like, when we get back to normal, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and be like this, and say these things. But you know what? I like it because it's like, God, I can't wait. No, now I don't want to get into this. I don't want to get into this rabbit hole of this thing, but I saying it. Hey, I know everybody else is saying it. We can't wait to get back. So I'm living my life like it's already, like it's back. I don't ruffle people's feathers. I don't know why I went to Walmart. I was gonna say the whole thing with the mask. Yeah, I don't like it either. But I will say this. Like, I think it was 3 months ago. I went to maybe longer, and I went to Walmart. But I forget why, because I don't go to Walmart. I'm not a Walmart guy, okay? And I think I needed something like water, and maybe I wanted to get like a little bag of chips because I was starving. And it was really cheap. So I was in there, and they're like, put your mask on. I put my mask on right away. You know why? Because the truth is, it doesn't matter what is going on. You don't fucking treat people fucked up. You don't get crazy and be like, oh, yeah. There are certain cases and certain senses where the human feels that there's something not right. What do you think? I don't feel. I fuck. Of course, we don't like this. We don't want this. This is ridiculous. Ow. And it does seem like this kind of strange, not only racist, but in an overall sense, like this is like shut up. Like they're saying, shut up now. We don't want you to talk no more. And that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. It's not fine. But I don't need to catch a case going to Walmart for a fucking bag of chips and a bottle of water, waiting in a probably in a place where I was waiting to get a ride, and I was gonna wait for a long time. Like maybe the person said, listen, I'm not going to be able to get there in an hour. So I'm going to hang out like a hobo, the outside of fucking Walmart. What am I going to do? Have a fucking bag of chips and water? Just hang out? I know, it's embarrassing, but what are you going to do? So, excuse me. I'm very grateful. It was the other night. I started to work. And I always be able to take the energy and you clear your own space, like whatever you're doing. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be done, but I know I feel so much better when that happens and I'm doing a work, a right. And it just felt so good because I stopped for a second. Nobody in the world everybody in the world, when they pray or they want something or they wish for something or they doing like me, a work right. And everybody is like, okay, I need this in my life, but I really, it's either emergent or a high necessity to go on with life, And I stopped and I was like, you know what? I did say what I needed. I spoke it into existence, but then I stopped and I said, you know what? Universe, everybody, the dead, all the planets, the energy, everything. I was like, I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. Oh my God, am I so grateful? I'm grateful because I've been treated like a king for many years. And when I say many years, I'm talking about in many situations in different, chapters of my life. I don't know if it's me that created. I don't know if I manifested this one little thing, but let me tell you what happened to me. Like, every time my life would change and something would happen and it would change and I would be somewhere and I would probably move or, go somewhere. But I would build my life with people and have, relationships and have, friendships and all kinds of new stuff. But wherever I was, something happened where the idea, maybe it's not such a grand manifestation of something, but you know what it was? It was something that happens when, like, cause and effect, you know what I'm saying? But this was kind of spiritual. But even though I might not have rode on it or meant it, I was just letting it happen naturally. And when you are a nice, sweet person and you try very hard to work with people and your patience, all that stuff. When you're there, I was in many places, and they turn around after like a couple months and just be like, what do you need? Come on, tell me, And I'd be like, man, you know what? I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to feel like a king master, like a Conan the Barbarian. You know what I mean? Like, raw, this is mine. I am not in a state of, how do I say it? Like, there's things in my life that are not very comfortable, and I have to do something about it, right? But it's hard because of everything going on and whatever. But the point I'm trying to say is, it was like, it's not like I've never been grateful. Of course I'm a grateful person. But it was something that happened at the perfect time. And I'm so happy to come on here on Planet Everything Radio and tell you my experience. You know what I'm saying? Listen, after saying all that, the energy in the room just cleared completely. And it was like the universe was like, all right, you got my attention. It's 4:44 a.m. here in the city of Los Angeles on Planet Everything Radio. I'm your host, Chris Blakk, and we are here live. Okay, not live, it's a pre-recording. But it feels good to say that, man. It's 4:44 a.m. and I'm rocking it independent style. Almost. But a big shout out to all my people in Jersey, New York, all cities, Hoboken, Jersey City, Bayonne, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens. How am I going to say it all about? I was just excited for that for a minute. I wanted to say all that stuff. But big shout out to my kids. I love you guys so much. I know you guys are, trying your hardest. You're out there, Big shout out to all my family and friends. Big shout out to my dragon. She's a beautiful and wonderful being. I love her so much. Big shout out to my friends here in Cali. I love you guys. I can't wait to see you guys and hug you. I love my friends, man. I'm so mushy with my friends. Some of them like it. Some of them like, hey, put some shade on that shit. I don't give a fuck. What are they going to do? Beat me up? Kidding me? I'll fold somebody in 17 parts. Nah. But I'm just really happy because of nothing, or not nothing, but because, listen, let me tell you something. A lot of people go and they do this manifestation thing, and they're trying to get this one thing. I did it. I did something really huge that I didn't even think I could do, because I had this thing, I had a goal, and then I had this thing bothering me. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to fix this problem. I'm just going to keep manifesting, and hopefully it'll dissolve, it'll disappear. But it kind of did in a way, or I manifested it, or it changed and it worked. So it helped me, and now I'm able to move forward in life. I'm able to do more, be a part of society, help. One of my goal. It's not a goal. It's not a goal. It's just in my heart. So you could have a goal and probably not be able to do it, and it'll not be your fault. Like, you'll try to do it, but there's something not holding you back, but it's something that might not be able to even happen. There's such things like that. People get caught up in this thing about fault. Oh, I drew it. And, because, you want to learn about what you draw to yourself that you shouldn't. Reliving things. Not manifesting what's really, really great. Only manifesting half-ass shit. Or people that are like, okay, but a little bit of crazy. And that's okay, because we all fucked up. But you do this thing like was happening to me when I was in those different places, and just being a light, just loving, and things would come, and it just felt so good. And that's part of manifest. That's when the thing is so powerful in you that you're not having to do a work. You're not even doing it in your mind. You're not like doing it. You're doing it like manifesting. You're just being, and the shit is just coming to you. There's a thing in the Bible. It says that it said you will be granted so many gifts that you can't even contain them. Imagine that shit. I got so much shit that I gotta give shit away. Yeah, back in the day we used to talk like that about the Bible because you're passionate about it, because you believe in God. But the truth is, it is a wisdom and it is a fact of the universe, because it is a holding. It is a thing. It is a thing that happens on Earth, So you can have it. It's yours to have, but you've got to understand something. All the thing about the sin and all the thing, that's not what... It's not the... It's so obvious not to be a complete douchebag and do fucked up things to people. Take things that are not yours, hurt somebody, kill somebody, take somebody's life. That's obvious. I'm talking about like when we used to read of Christians, or if you're a Muslim, or if you're anything, you're a Punjabi, Hasidic, it has this kind of thing about not being like that, not doing those things. Don't be like this. And nobody follows it. Everybody follows it, but then there's somebody they have a problem with, they get nasty, When I found myself, I was getting nasty with everybody. Everything, if things didn't go exactly my way, I fucking even be like, yo, I'll fuck you up. But I came to realize that, how can I heal people? Even though I could heal people, even though I did. But how could I, though? How could you... you have a problem and you're just going around healing people, and it still doesn't, it looks kind of weird, because even though you heal those people are like, well, what's wrong? How come this person has so many problems, And that's what it was. My eyes opened to this, And the truth is, I did let it go. I mean, hey, listen, if somebody calls me and I'm trying to survive, obviously I'm going to take it. But I'm coming to this idea to not be afraid to deny those things. Be like, no, it's okay. I'll refer you to somebody else. Because why? Because it's my time to heal. It's real time to heal. You know what I mean? Getting away from social media. Getting away from all types. I'm entering this idea of the diet of a whole diet. Not you're just going to stay away from fucking cheeseburgers, but you're still going to, punch Tom in the face when you see him because of what he did to you 14 years ago. See what I'm saying? So here it is. It's like you are changing. You are accepting these things, but you got to know that you got to start looking at all the aspects. I mean, listen. I had a problem with something because it bothered the shit out of me. Because all it had to do with was clothes. And you know what? I'm not even going to say that I understand society, because I'm still not for it. I'm against it. Because it is wrong. It's wrong. But if you're trying to survive and you're trying to get through and you're trying to be the one to fucking, you see that these people, you see what's going on, you got to kind of like change a little. Just a little. Or don't change. Don't have an attitude, but guess what? It is completely 100% up to you. You can't get no job nowhere. If you're the type of person, there's nothing wrong, but you better be the king, or you better be the queen, and you better get shit done. You better get shit done, because you know why? And people are going to, that's why. If you're such a person that has to be so super unique, and which is nothing wrong, because I'm like that, but in other senses too, because of what I'm about to say, but... So, like, one day, I was in East LA, and I was just, walking, and I went into this pizzeria, and I don't know if I've always been like, I don't know, it's this weird thing, but I guess maybe I just like baggy clothes. Really, honestly, not even, it has nothing to do with the way it looks. It has to do with the way it feels. I just feel so comfortable. I like wearing baggy clothes. But for some reason, I guess all my life people were like, hey, man, you know. So one day I was in East LA and the guy said, oh, I thought you was homeless. I was like, homeless? Why do you think I'm homeless? Because I was clean and everything, you know? And he was like, oh, because your clothes are baggy. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But you see, and I didn't make a big deal about it. It was just in my mind, yes, I let my mind think, holy crap, I can't believe these people. Because, you know, to me, I want to say maybe the perverts of the world that run shit made it so that there'd be form-fitting clothes even for people that don't want to wear form-fitting clothes. I'm telling you, I do not like this shit this day with the fucking, you know, molestation jeans. That's what I call them. You put on your jeans and everybody could see your fucking shit. You know? I mean, come on. How do you walk around like that? When I say that, again, this has nothing to do with the way things look, because I'm not into that shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. All right? If you don't like the way I look, go fuck your mother. All right? I'm talking about the way you feel. Like, Jesus Christ, I think I always wanted somebody to, you know, carry my junk. Like, wherever I go, I need it carried, because it sticks to the side of your leg. It's, you know, fucking... you know, I hate that shit, picking my shit in public. And I'm sorry, guys. This is gross. I'm serious. You know, so... Anyway. I am very proud of my accomplishments. I feel like it's just way better than... Listen, I teach esoteric science. I do psychic readings. I do healing, martial arts, music. So many things. But it's been a little while now. You know? Tomorrow is a test. Tomorrow's going to be... Pray for me. Tomorrow's a test. Tomorrow's a test to see how I stand. Nah, I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna do good. You know what it is? What happened to me maybe 5 or 6 years ago in Irvine had happened to me again. What happened was I was like, you know, one day I was just sitting there and I would constantly make eggs, like egg sandwich, egg this. So I took. I don't know what I made, but it was some kind of jalopy, quick schloppy. And I was mad too, because you get lazy, you get tired, you just don't want to stand there and cook, you just want to sit down and eat. Do what you're doing. Right? I was doing. Alright? And all of a sudden I tasted the egg. And I love sunny side up eggs all the time. And then the white of the egg tasted something like, I was like, what is this? It wasn't tasting like it had something on it, like a chemical or something. It was just, my mind and everything was it's all like it was some kind of weird shift, you know? And so I looked at the egg and I grabbed it and I stuck my fork in it, I put it to inside my mouth and I was like, this is really gross. And then I took it and put it in the yolk and it was even more gross. And I just thought about, oh God, oh. And I started gagging and throwing up. I didn't know what it was at first, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to eat eggs. And then for some reason, I just didn't want to eat anything that was like an animal. I was still eating bread and butter and cheese, but I realized that this whole thing about animals has nothing to do with losing weight. You know, when it comes to that, I would definitely say carbs and dairy. Carbs and dairy, I don't care what anybody else says, that is the worst. That hits me harder than anything, because there's a thing called bromine poisoning, okay? And I think that's what happened to me. And there's a thing, there's a poisoning also type with dairy and anything, because what it is, you're constantly having it. Listen, I'm almost 50 years old, and since I was 5 years old, I always had an egg sandwich, a piece of cake, and a fucking coffee every fucking day. All right? And what is it? That's getting in your... It's so clogged in my system. I wish my girlfriend was on the radio with me right now, on this recording, I mean, so we could talk about these things. I always say ventricles, but it's not ventricles. It's these things that release chemicals, and they're all over your body, I think. And she talks about when they're clogged, all kinds of stuff happens. You get irritated. You're unhealthy. You can't sleep. All this stuff is going on. You gain weight. You don't really perform well on your job or in school. So all these little things. But I want to get it right. But I'm hoping to get her on the radio with me, and one day we could talk about it. Oh man, I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, so hey, you know what? This is it. I'm so glad we're able to finally talk about something straight through. I don't feel distracted. I don't feel like my mind is on other things, Well, anyway, big shout out to all the people out there doing their thing, holding it down for the pandemic. Yeah. I wish I could just say a lot of things I want to say, but I can't. I was talking to some friends, and, I'm just very glad to, even though we're in the pandemic, whatever, and we all suffered from it, I'm glad to see a lot of people are like, oh, F this, and they're just doing their own life. They're just going forward. And that's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I love. That's what I love to see my friends. I love to see my friends succeed. But one thing I love to see more than anything, you can manifest them. You could succeed. You could have. You know what the part of that cake that tastes good is watching, remembering, or experiencing, or seeing, noticing, whatever. When someone is struggling and they do something to change big time. Since the pandemic, I want to tell you guys, if you have not picked something up new, if you have not changed your life, if you have not done something different, if something good didn't come out of this, then what? I don't understand what it is you're going to do after the pandemic. You ride along the coattails of the the re-up. You know what I mean? Come on. Listen, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if you have so much failure. It doesn't matter if you have so many things in your life. It doesn't matter if you have warrants and the cops are after you. Do you understand me? It doesn't matter if somebody's trying to kill you. You have the power to turn your life around. And this thing that happened, I'm sorry to say, but I am so glad it helped me so much. I went through so much pain and heartache just from crazy things happening that popped out of nowhere. A friend who I really care deeply so very much about, had experienced something very harsh. And the family went against them, and the family tried to hurt them, and the government got involved and separated them, And I'm just so grieved in my heart about this whole thing, because I had tried to help this person so much. But anyway, I just want to say that I love this person so much, and I am, still and you care about somebody. You want to know if somebody's all right, And that's me every day. I'm wondering if this person's okay every day, And that's it. That's it, But I tell you, man, my mind and my things, my desires, moving forward with, everything, You know, it's like somebody, if you heard somebody on the radio, or if you heard somebody say, hey, listen, we're going to do this thing and we're going to make it happen, and it doesn't happen, right? But 10 years later, it happened. And you wonder, because people talk shit, be like, I couldn't do it, oh, you see that, whatever. But they don't know the horrors or anything that's the kind of shit that can hold somebody back, So you don't always know. But I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be walking, being able to walk, I've been waiting so long for this, I've been waiting so long. And, big shout out to my granddaughter. She's so big and beautiful, and man, I tell you, I'm just so grateful. She's so smart. My daughter told me the other day how just the way she talks and the way she answers and her responses, and she's such a quick-witted little baby. I'm just so grateful. I can't wait to see her. I am excited also because it's something that's pulling my heartstrings, man. And that is the prisons. Right? There's a lot of young men, maybe young women too. I don't know if they do it like that anymore, but I want to teach them. It's not just yoga. You can listen, let me tell you something. You could fake it till you make it like that, get out of jail, do the yoga, think that everything is fine, and then have to face something that's serious, something at home. That kills everybody. See? So you could be a strong person. You could be a strong man, young man, strong brother out there, and you're trying, you're doing your thing. You can do it. You're doing it. But the thing that I want to do is help people face their trauma. Face it. It's such a harsh thing when you learn to not only face your trauma, but you learn to understand how your reaction and your anxiety, and people will never understand. You could tell them 1,000 times, nobody will ever understand what it's like to have severe PTSD. Everybody's, oh, he's such an asshole. They didn't know. It is the most intense and horrible thing that can happen to a human, to make somebody get up and fucking, take a bat and fucking destroy their whole house. You know what I mean? Anyway. So, there's so many things in life to be grateful for. There's so many things. And I'm going to keep saying it and keep spreading the love and the wisdom, and the light. You could be as tough as you want. You could know all your esoteric knowledge. You could even perform rites that are very dark. And you could be the best. All right? But you know what the greatest thing of all is? The greatest thing of all is to love and to have understanding and to help people and to spread joy and encouragement and to seek light and to want to be in the light and to want to stay. I got to stay in the light. Stay in the light. Stay lit. You could be as tough as you want. You could be as gangster as you want. You could be as whatever the fuck you want to be. But when you're in the light, you are still who you are, but you're in the light. Because when you're in the light shines on the darkness. Okay? And that's what people don't want. But I don't care anymore. I don't care if myself, if I'm exposing myself to where people look at me and they're like, oh, you do that? I don't care. I've been a public person of my life for a very long time. And I decided to go and turn it all around, and that's wonderful now. I don't care. People can go back, look my name up, be like, oh, look, you were involved in these weird spiritual things. But, it's okay. Because we're going to rock this joint, man. We're going to rock this place, man. A lot of good things are happening. I used to say these things before, and I wasn't able to do them. I was only able to try to gather people to try to get it done. And it would be half done. Or sometimes it would be something. And it'd be okay, but not the greatest. And that's okay. You see? So now, I don't even care about none of the goals anymore. Listen, just for a second. I stopped thinking like, oh, I got to do that. I got to complete this. I got to make this goal. No more. I am just reaching for love and light. And when you reach for love and light, and you constantly, maybe what I'm saying sounds old, or maybe what I'm saying, other people are like, I don't give a fuck what he says. I'm doing what I gotta do. I'll do it the way I gotta do it, and nobody does it. Fine then, do whatever. Hey, well, hey, if you're fucking good, then good. More power to you. What I'm saying is for people out there that may have not experienced the fully thing, like everything that I'm saying, I'm hoping to hit somebody that somebody's going to say, you know what, this is true. You know what I'm saying? So, what's next? What's next? I'll tell you what's next. Some delicious cannabis chooky. I still promote cannabis. I still promote the canna Tweety. Why? I don't know. I'm still healing and I'm still doing what I'm doing. I want to move into this food, man. I want to move into this, creating meals that are absolutely healing. The thing about the feeling, it doesn't have to be outblasted anymore. I'm learning to take things in, to really feel the whatever it is, the chemistry of something, the chemistry of anything, people, places, things, that food that you eat, music, things that you see, things that you look at, things that you, because you learn how to read everything, you learn how to feel it, and I'm just like, I'm loving this new feeling, this new way of feeling things, new way of thinking, and so I'm just, oh God, I can't stop saying I'm just so glad. And I didn't even get anything. I don't have any money, nah. I mean, well, I want to be a billionaire, Anyway, so it's not like I'm living, the high life right this second. But I am just so fucking glad, man. It just feels good, it feels really good. It feels so good to meditate and to feel the power, and to do those things like shift the room. Like, man, just tell you guys out there, if you're living a life and you're having these problems, and maybe you tried, like, things to help you, like, maybe you tried rites, work, spiritual work, and they didn't work. I want to tell you something. You're going to have bad karma if you go around saying that the person that helped you couldn't help you because they weren't good enough. It's you, motherfucker, you. You're the one. You're the one that's got the problem. Okay? You're the one that needs to cleanse. There's a whole idea of me scripting out a course line for people to make it even better than what I'm doing. Obviously, I mean that spiritually and magic and all these kind of things. And the thing is that nobody really takes it seriously. People are like, oh, I'm gonna try it. You got to get into it, man. You got to get into it like Rocky mode, like it's a boot camp. I mean, obviously, you don't stress yourself out. You don't dwell on things, but you got to get into it. You got to, if you want something bad enough, you can get it. And there's people out there that are like failing or they're having a lot of problems, and what it is everything's always falling apart around them, but they're not seeing what it is. I obviously, I'm realizing I used to make excuses at first, but then I was like, oh, and then I started blaming it on PTSD. What it is every time I would fail at something, or if something didn't happen, I would always blame something like there was maybe somebody said something. So I say, oh, you see, it was them. No. We who are spiritual are supposed to do we who are spiritual, who come out to the public to try to help the public, you can't carry around. I was carrying around all this bitterness and fucking anger, and just, be like, oh, yeah, oh, you want to talk to me like that? I'll fucking throw you off a roof. I mean, what the fuck, man? This is not. But I did it. And now I'm fixing it. Now I'm fixing myself, man. And sometimes I guess there are people out there that feel, or maybe, it does seem that way, like no matter what they do, it's just going to keep failing, or they can't fix it, or they can't do it. And the truth is, it's because you don't want to. That's all it is. I promise you. Listen, I had the worst things happen to me that nobody in the world would ever want. Be like, oh, yeah. Like, if I tell my story of my life, nobody's going to be like, this happened to me too. You know what I mean? It's just it's that fucking crazy and intense, and I'm sure a few people in this world have probably faced that, or worse, even worse, right? But anyway, the point is, anyone out there who is suffering, anybody who is, I'm telling you, you keep on manifesting, you keep on pushing your dreams, you keep on doing your work. There's people out there that do magic, they're like, oh, this magic's not going to trust me. Listen, Kendra, she's a beautiful person, beautiful woman, I tried to manifest this person in my mind. I never met her. And I was doing that magic for 3 fucking years before she came along. So, listen, people out there, you can't light a candle and then be like, oh, F this doesn't work. I'm just gonna talk about magic. And it's not about magic. It's not about magic, all right? I'm just using these terms. It's about you. It's about your life manifesting. It's about you changing your life, There's people out there that are terrified of esoteric physical works and rites, So the point is that all you need to do is focus on yourself. If you focus on yourself and quit looking for microwave magic, all right, focus on yourself, focus on your dreams, focus on your goals, write them down, fucking write out what you want to do, clean your house up, do the things that you believe me, I know what it's like if you're out there and you're so depressed and you can't even fucking do nothing, you're laying in your own filth. Guess what? I feel for you. And brother or sister, if you've done that, it happened to me, man. All right? And I'm telling you, you can get out of it. You can get out of it. I got out of it. I no longer am there. I am here in this, ready to go. I don't care if the world's falling apart around me. You know? I keep bringing up Bible verses. I don't know why, but I'm thinking like that verse, no, Psalm 91, where it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but none shall come nigh thee. And it's true, man. That's how you have to. You talk about magic, well, you better start thinking like that. Because if this is true and all this stuff is wrong, well, you better do something. We cannot sit in this mat of a matrix that's over our heads and you know, we're getting pinged, we're getting fucking, things are trying to make us do things or happen to us, give us diseases, kill us. See? So it's time to stand up. Before the pandemic, everybody was like, yeah, whatever. Why? Because you go home, you eat your cheeseburger, you smoke your joint, you watch your fucking television hoo-ha show. You're back all over again. You wake up, you go to work, talk shit, get paid, come home. But now, what is happening? People are just falling, you know, they're that slowly, you know, where everyone just doesn't care, you know? And that's not good. Because, you know what? It's time now. You didn't do it before, do it now. Do it now. Do it now. You know? I'm doing it. I'm glad. I've been talking shit for years. Say, I'm going to do this. But I couldn't. Now that I could actually do something, get a few licenses, start a few things, you know. But anyway, thank you. I really appreciate coming out, talking to everybody. Once again, I'm not gonna have a really super long show, even if it was able to talk for more than an hour or so. You know what I mean? I'm just glad because it's different than, you know, waiting for blog talk, you know? Anyway, that's no more blog talk. We're handling everything. Blakk the World Inc. Media is handling it all, okay? So big shout out to all my tags. Big shout out to the conglomerate. Big shout out to Chaotic Artworks and all the things that are attached to Chaotic Artworks. Big shout out to Blakk the World Inc., the media hub of all this. Big shout out to Monarch Blood Entertainment, what we're doing to push everything. And big shout out to the creations of things like Ambilight Fair. That's a holistic fair, and I can't wait to get it started again. Big shout out to Planet Everything Radio, what we're talking on now. Big shout out to Chris Blakk the World Band, and big shout out to Chris Blakk Los Angeles, what we're doing, everything that's happening. There's so many people involved now, but it's kind of going slow. So before it was just me, then it was me and somebody else, and then some people came and left, and I just stood, you know. We kept trying to push everything, but now it is even better. And now it's just like, it can't be stopped. It's a giant fucking machine that I created. And I swear to God, like maybe a month ago, I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, you know what? I'm going to delete everything. I'm going to delete Blakk the World Inc. I'm going to delete my band. I'm not going to do radio no more. Fuck everything, right? She was like, all right. And I was like, no. And you know what? I'm glad. Because you know why? You don't give up. You don't give up, man. You don't this for a reason. You can fucking go to the end. When you're fucking when you're hopping on one foot, and you're bleeding and you're dying and you have no water. Then all of a sudden, ba-boom! The greatest blessing of all. The Kankankala blessing of everything. You know? And that's why I say hold on. You never know, man. You never fucking know. So, you know, this is big. This is happening. You know, it's all about change. You know, I I still am things like I do, like I curse. You know, I'm rough around the edges. I gotta try because it's not. I used to hold on to these little things as a little momentum of my life. You know, as like I said, like you know, it's insecure to do these things. You know what I'm saying? But it's even more wonderful when you could look at it and go, I've had enough. I've had enough of my own bullshit. You know, and you change. And all the things, what it was a lot of talk was on Facebook. And guess what? I'm not getting off of Facebook because I'm saying Facebook is the poison. No. I'm saying I couldn't take it anymore. You know, all this talk. What pissed me off the most was that I knew for 7 years everybody was like, fight for the freedom. We're America, the world, everything. Love each other. Be good. Do magic. Fucking don't be a douchebag. Cleanse your chakras. Right? I'm like, oh, we're against everything. We're against this. If it's against these people, we're against it. Okay. All right. You're against all this stuff, right? You're against the, you know, everything that's bad, which I'm against, which I said it too. But the moment that something real happens, when this person who I care about got jammed up and their family was like, you know, like trafficky type fucking maniacal, evil people. Everybody was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't help. I don't know what to do. But everybody's posting that shit like, help these people. Help them. You better. Oh, I don't want to vote for this person because this person's against the thing that I don't like and I hate it. Well, I asked you the other day if you could help me. I can't do that. Keyboard gangsters. Keyboard motherfucking freedom fighters. Okay, see? So, and I let it go. I'm not holding a grudge. I let it go. I let it go. But it's time to be real. It's time to get real. You know? I appreciate a lot of things that happened before this change, so believe me, I'm helping myself big time. You know? And whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta come together. No more getting frustrated, getting angry, fucking, you know, smashing people. You gotta do things right and calm and easy, you know. Sometimes humility makes you feel like you don't like it, like it makes you feel like you're not feeling yourself, you know. Like you feel unsafe, you feel like you're not on sturdy ground. But you know what though? If you swallow your pride, it helps. It helps, man. Because you win. You always win. When you learn humility the right way. You know? Not fake humility. Real humility. You know? You don't go overboard, you don't go under. You just be you and be regular, but do it. Do it. Humble. Do the humbling. You know? And you'll see that things start to go your way. You know? Learn to breathe. Learn to meditate. Learn to do these things. People say, oh, it doesn't matter, and the crystals don't work, because crystals are all fucking dirty. You need to cleanse your crystals, you know that, right? You need to put them in water, put some pink Himalayan salt, and put it in the moonlight. That's how you cleanse. Or you could put them dry, or put them in water also, but without the salt, in the sun, but only for a little while. Anyway, so where are we? Where are we? You know, I'm reading. I went back to it again. It's called Intellectuals and Society by Thomas Sowell. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Anyway, I love reading. I love just sitting, getting off the line, not going online. I love reading. I love doing music, meditating. You know, all these things. So it's not easy, but we have to change our lives. So you do these things. I know it's bored. I know it's hard. I know, but once you start doing it, like once you start getting into the push-ups, the sit-ups, and sweating, going for long walks down the park, take it, you know. People out there, I want to say something also. For your messed up relationships, focus on not that you have to be responsible for mending the relationship. Well, there's a lot of people out there that got some really funky relationships that need to be addressed. It needs to be fixed. And when I say this, listen, I'm not trying to just point at you. But hey, listen, there's people out there that things are going on that people are letting it happen. And guess what? It's not healthy. So you need to stand up and address. It's not about a fight. It's not about raising your voice, cursing, getting mad, snapping, and fucking, getting all heavy. It's about addressing the issue, look at somebody in the eye, and don't get mad how they respond. If they want to respond immaturely, if they want to respond also, what's that word? Passive aggressive. If they want to respond as they don't know what you're talking about, and if they don't agree, whatever, it doesn't matter. You have to release that. You have to be told. But another thing too is that after you say what you got to say, don't keep going back to it. You know what I mean? So now you release that, okay? And now for the final one, out there with people with families, your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, your cousins, your grandparents. If you got a beef, you need to squash that shit. Be the bigger person. I don't care. And go back and say, you know what? I love you. Because when that person's gone, you're going to wish that you could say that. And that is the truth, my friends. Those are the facts here on Planet Everything Radio. I'm your host, Chris Blakk, and I love you all so very much. And I'm just glad to be able to talk to everybody. So, we got to get ready. Even though all this is going on, let's really, talk about the stuff that we used to talk about. Sure, it's not the same, but let's talk about it, Look what's coming. Look what's coming. Halloween. Oh, my God. Halloween. And Dia de los Muertos. I know it's not the same, but, man, if people could just, do their little thing on their own, have a little fun time. There's nothing wrong with a few people. 3, 4 people, right? Have a little rum cake. And some, pizza, potato chips. I shouldn't say that. Pizza, potato chips. You know what I'm trying to say. Get together, have a few drinks, have a few laughs. For those people that can't do those things that might mess you up, don't do those things, okay? Have some joy. It's about trying to spread joy, trying to lift each other up. There's a lot of messed up shit happening. So we need to lift each other up in spirit, man. Get dressed up like whatever, like a skeleton or a pumpkin or something, and smile at somebody. Hand somebody a bag of candy. Do something. Do something it doesn't have to be about you and for yourself. Yes, it makes you happy, do it. But do it to put a smile on somebody else's face and watch how that comes back to you, man. And this is how we change, this is how we grow, it just hit me so hard. Oh my God. Thinking about certain people in my family that I want to say that, I don't want to choose to, associate. Listen, you could forgive people and not have to associate with them. So at least that too, you forgive. Forgive to forgive, It's the way. It's the way to do it. So anyway, and that's it. That's it for now. I'm glad I was able to talk about some things. What is coming up? I think we're gonna try to put something together, even if it's a hookah night, or even if it's nothing huge, like the MBE events, Monarch Blood Entertainment events. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something nice, something a little bit. I'm gonna have to put a bunch of people together. We're gonna have a little hookah night with some, people just hanging out, man, and talking. Nothing, maybe if somebody wants to play a little guitar, sing a song, do a poem, play a little piano. I'm going to try to set it up like that, you know what I mean? I'm going to see what we can do. And that will be brought to you by Monarch Blood Entertainment and Chaotic Artworks. So yeah, look out for us. We are going to do something nice. I think what I want to do this time around is do a Halloween Christmas. Yeah, you guys like that, huh? I know my girlfriend's gonna be like, yay. And I want to do like a spooky kind of horror Christmas, but nothing crazy. I mean, whatever, even if it's crazy, we're gonna have fun. And I'm gonna invite people. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have vegan food, regular food, and healthy things, you know what I mean? And maybe there'll be like readings between friends and healings and just hanging out, listening to music, seeing people I haven't seen in a long time, hugging my friends, and hopefully people can also, I want to make it to where everybody brings something to eat, brings something to have, you know what I mean? If you can't, do something, you know what I mean? We all together, and it's okay if you can't, But I want to do this. I want to maybe. I know it sounds like, because of LA and everything, but I don't know why I'm thinking of Orange County, because it's nice. It's nice. It's nice to be at a nice place and do nice things and have people all around. And I will definitely try to take care of the transportation situation where everybody hooks up. This is not for a while. I was gonna be like around December, so hopefully it'll happen. Hey, you know what? It might not be able to happen. Okay? But I'm just saying, look out for it. And it's gonna be cool, And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I'm just sitting here acting a fool. Just really enjoying everything, For the first time in my life. So, until next time, thank you for listening to Planet Everything Radio. And your host, Chris Blakk. Take care. Farewell. Sarava. Ashe. Blessings. Good night.